It is Thirsty Thursday, and I'm here with my wine to talk about some stuff. So, let me give everybody a minute to hop on here and pull it up so I can see people's comments. Yay! So, it always does that. It always plays. Okay, so, as always, just like with every other video that I do, you guys know that I love engagement, and I want to know that you're here and that I'm not just talking to myself on a computer screen. So if you're here, please say hi to me and let me know that you're here and say, oh my gosh, I love you. I'm drinking wine with you too. Or whatever it is. Whatever you feel compelled to say is totally fine. But let me know that you're here, okay? So I know I'm not talking to myself because I like talking to you way better. So today's topic is how to get over yourself. So this is a really interesting topic for me specifically because it's very like mindset focused, right? And I usually don't talk about this stuff a lot because I'm not a mindset person. Like, I'm not a mindset coach, but at the same time, it's something that I have personally struggled with a ton in my business, especially when I first started out. Like, I feel like I've gotten so much better, but at the same time, you've inspired me to have a delicious kettle sour. Okay, Christy, that must be a Canadian thing because I have no idea what that is. So please explain because I might need to try it. Also, I need to come to Canada to get the thing where you put the gravy on the French fries. What is that called? Because I've always wanted to try that. Do they have that? And is that all of Canada or just certain parts? Let me know because I'm so intrigued. Also, what is kettle sour? But anyway, so like I said, I'm not a mindset coach. At the same time, though, I realize the insane level of importance that mindset, the role that mindset plays in your business. Like, if you are not, if your head is not in the game, you're going to fail. Like, true story, and that might sound harsh. I'll put on my mean girl hat. But, like, if you cannot overcome the mindset issues, you're not going to succeed. So while I'm not great at teaching it per se myself, I do feel comfortable sharing the ways that have worked for me because I have had to overcome it. So some of the things that I want to point out at first when talking about this stuff is that first of all, I'm a huge introvert. Like, if there were such a thing as a super introvert, that would be me. Like, peopling in general is not my thing. I am much more comfortable being behind a camera talking to people that are not actually in front of me. I am 100% the awkward girl who says awkward things and stays in the corner and embarrasses the crap out of herself anytime I go out in public. Literally, pretty much every day when I go out in public, if I have to talk to someone, I say something really embarrassing. So that's me. So that's the first thing. I'm a huge introvert, and it is so far out of my comfort zone just to literally talk to another human. I can screw it up big time. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to point out is that I am not a very woo-woo person. Like, I want to be so bad. Like, I have so much respect, and I'm so intrigued by all of these, like, woo-woo type people that talk about all of this mystical type stuff that it seems mystical to me. I don't know if it really is or not, but I'm so intrigued by that. But at the same time, my like analytical, sagey side of my brain just doesn't really let me buy into that as much. So when people tell me to like say affirmations or like tell myself that I'm a total badass and I'm a rock star, I fully believe that works for them. And I believe that will work for a ton of people. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I just feel like a complete dork sitting there talking to myself, saying things like that. And if it totally defeats the purpose, like doing those things, doing affirmations, any mindset person will tell you, like, if you don't believe what you're saying, it's pointless, right? And that's kind of where I am. So I'm like, I've seen how powerful this stuff is, and I've seen how it works and how well it works for people. But if I can't believe it, then it doesn't work for me, right? So I'm trying to get to a point where I can. But in the meantime, I still need to like get my shit out there and make money, right? So I want to talk about the ways that have worked for me, just in case there's anyone else out there who's like having a hard time with the woo-woo stuff, because that's mostly what you see. Like, most mindset coaches teach that stuff. And again, it's not that that's bad or wrong or anything. It works for so many people, but it doesn't work for me. I have to find something that works for me, right? And then also being super, super introverted, because that's what I hear a lot of business owners struggling with, especially when they're first starting out. They're like, I'm so nervous. I don't want to put myself out there. I'm not good at talking to people. Dude, neither am I. I'm so unbelievably awkward. And I'm even awkward on camera too sometimes, but practicing, first of all, is I'll give you a preview. That's step one. Just freaking do it and practice. But yeah, so that's what I want to talk about today. Scroll back through and read my comments. I've gotten so much better at not getting distracted by my comments when they pop up. So let's go back through. Poutine! Yes, that's it. I need to try that. It's on my list. Gravy and french fries. That is like my thing. Called gross. Cheese and ranch should go on fries. I agree with that too, April. Like all the fries with all the stuff on them. Honestly, my favorite thing that some people say is gross and then other people say they totally agree and it's amazing. Dip your fries in ice cream. That's amazing. So we have Brahms is like a local franchise, and they have the best ice cream ever. They have the little crinkly fries. You dip that in there. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Wendy's dipping their fries in the Frosty. Yeah, it's amazing. So try it before you say it's gross. A kettle sour is a kind of beer. I don't really like beer, so this is lemons and limes, and I love it. Ooh, cool. Okay, I'll try it. When we were in Colorado, we toured the New Belgium brewery, and we tried some sour beer there, and it was so weird, but I didn't hate it. Like, I'm intrigued, and I want to try it again. So, check it out. I need to try it. Cool. Hey, Crystal! Thank you for letting me know that you're here. Yes, ice cream and Wendy's. Yeah. So anytime anyone's ever in Oklahoma, because I know that's just such a hot travel destination and you just come here all the time, but if you ever happen to be stuck in an airport or around Oklahoma for any reason, go to Brahms. The best ice cream ever. So if I ever move, that's probably like one of the few things I'll actually miss. Okay, y'all, let's get back to what we're here to talk about instead of french fries and ice cream, even though I love talking about french fries and ice cream. Okay, so I want to talk about the ways that I have overcome all of this mental bullshit that keeps most people stuck. So, because I'm an introvert, because affirmations just don't freaking work for me, here's what I've done instead. I have tried to create new belief systems that I can believe, and then I don't say them as affirmations. So what that means is I've tried this. I promise I've tried it 100 times and I'm still continuing to try it. But sitting down and reading belief statements, just like reading affirmations, just feels weird and I can't get behind it. So what I do instead is I write out these new belief statements, the things that I believe I can get behind and that I actually do believe. And I just go like read them when I need them. It's not like a whole morning routine where a lot of people will like sit down and, you know, put on their little calming, soothing music and do their meditation practice, all of that stuff. Like I said, I have nothing against that. I think it's amazing, but it doesn't work for me. So I just kind of keep a notebook handy and I keep stuff in my phone too. So a lot of times, like, when I need to hear stuff is at certain times. So let me just give an example. So one of the belief statements that I've tried to incorporate into my life is something that I can get behind is, you know, the fear is that I'm not saying anything different than anyone else. Like, I'm just a brand strategist. There's a million out there. Why would anyone pick me? I'm not any different. I'm not any cooler. I'm not any whatever. I mean, I have purple hair, so I'm a little bit cooler, but anyway, just kidding. That was a joke. For those of you who didn't know. Sorry. Maybe I've had too much wine. Maybe my 2 sips has already gotten to my head. Anyway. So one of the belief statements that I tried to, sorry, my hair is doing weird stuff, incorporate to counteract those thoughts when they pop into my head is, it's not about you. When I need to read that, when I need to hear that, I pull up my notebook or I, pull up my phone. I have a notes thing on my phone. Like, if I'm feeling this way, if this stupid ass thought pops into my head, here's what I'm going to say instead. So it is almost like affirmations, but I don't feel like a dork saying them and I don't feel like it's weird. So I can believe it. So figuring out the way that, works for you, that makes you feel good about it. and making sure that the belief is something that you fully actually believe and that you can get behind. So, it's not about me, is what I tell myself over and over and over again. I have valuable information to my ideal clients. I might not be, the perfect brand strategist for Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not at that level, but that's okay. And recognizing that my ideal clients need to hear what I have to say. My perfect people are attracted to me because they like me, and it's not about me at all. And if I were to hold myself back and not put myself out there, think of all the people that wouldn't hear what they needed to hear because of it. And I'm depriving them of good, valuable information that they might need, right? So that is that kind of shift in belief for something that you can get behind. That is the huge main thing that made a difference, because that was the first thing I learned, was just say belief statements. Change your beliefs, shift your beliefs. That's what everyone teaches, right? But starting off with I'm a total badass. Clients are attracted to me all day, every day. I'm going to sign 10 new clients this month. I'm going to make $20,000 this month. Whatever it is, if you don't fully believe it in your heart and soul, then it's not helping you. Saying it over and over again, whether it's every day or with sniffing essential oils or that Tara taught us, which is amazing. If you don't believe it, it doesn't help, right? So coming up with the statements that you actually fully, truly believe is step one. So come up with something that you can believe. And mindset coaches are amazing. They are so, so great at what they do, because we all know that there's all kinds of free shit on the internet, right? You can find help with literally anything you want to do for free on the internet. The point of investing in a coach or a consultant or strategist or whatever they call themselves is that they're going to help you find the way that works for you, right? That's what makes a good coach, is that it's not a cookie cutter program. It's not a cookie cutter, here's how you change your mindset, here's how you change your beliefs. It's figuring out that way that works for you, right? So figure out the way that works for you. And that's kind of the main one that I wanted to talk about today, was find something that you can fully believe and that you can fully get behind, and that's what you do instead. So the other thing that I do, so that was number one, is creating belief statements that I can actually get behind and saying them when I need them. Oh, I know what else I was going to say about that too. So another one, I've recently started doing yoga. I say recently, it was February of last year, so almost a year. It still feels recent because I still suck at it. So, but I go, I try to stay in the easy classes, but every now and then I'll venture out and try to go to one of the medium classes or the power classes and suck horribly. But there's a way in your phone, and I can't take credit for this because I didn't think of it. Amanda Francis, actually, I'm sure most people on the online world know who Amanda Francis is, but you can turn on notifications on your phone based on your location. So what I set my phone to do is when I pull into the parking lot of the yoga studio, a notification pops up on my phone. It's you got this. You can totally do power class, whatever it is. But like I said, coming up with that routine every morning where I sit down and I read my statements or whatever it is, your daily routine, that doesn't work for me. So coming up with the ways that work for you, as I've said 80 bajillion times in this same training today. But think outside the box, y'all. Think about stuff like that. Have it pop up when you need to hear it. If there's a certain thing that you do every day that freaks you out, or if you're going to go post in other people's Facebook groups at the same time every day, which I see a lot of people do. And you're ooh, I don't know if I should share this. Is this too whatever? Have it pop up right before that. Whatever you need to hear when you need to hear it is way more valuable to me than just saying it every day, just as part of a routine, right? I also want to get the important ones and put them on my wall or something, some that you need to hear every day. I've heard people put them as the background of their computer, their desktop screen, whatever it is though, that you can fully believe. That's the important part. So are you guys still here? Are you still with me? I see people are watching, but I'm not getting any hell yeah as I go. So let me know if you're still conscious and I haven't put you to sleep. Okay, so the next one then is one of the ways that I have found that works for me. Crystal, thank you for the like. I know you're conscious. Okay, one of the things that has worked for me is listening to other people talk about empowering shit. So hell yeah, thank you, Christy. Okay, one of the things that, again, doesn't work for me is reading stuff to myself. I sound like a dork. But hearing other people read empowering, uplifting things helps. So I have found that listening to audiobooks, Audible, is like amazing. And here's a caveat too for you. I've never been able to listen to stuff. Like even in school, I was the person like sitting in there coloring and having no idea what the teacher was talking about at all times. I'm just not good at paying attention and listening. I have to like read it for myself. So I was like super skeptical to even try this, but pairing listening to something, whatever it is that you want to listen to. I've been listening, like the very first thing I tried this with was You're a Badass at Making Money from Jen Sincero. And then now I'm reading Rachel Hollis's book, or I say reading, I'm listening to Rachel Hollis's book, the Girl Wash Your Face one. But pairing listening to something that gets you in the right mindset, something that you need to hear with some kind of physical activity, like moving. It helps me actually pay attention. So I walk my dogs around the block is what I do. Now it's freaking freezing ass cold outside, so I can't do that. So I'm trying to come up with a new plan. We have a treadmill, but it's like, I hate walking on it. It's so boring. So I'm experimenting. Maybe I just need to get a whole bunch more layers to walk the dogs. But pairing listening to something like that with the physical movement has like blown my freaking mind. I wouldn't think something so simple would make such a big impact, but it really, really has. Like I can actually pay attention and understand what the author is saying. And yeah, so it's amazing. So those are my two things. Like I said, Thirsty Thursday is supposed to be like short and sweet and shit that you can do right freaking now. But my favorite belief statement to help me like quitting and get over my damn self is that one I said at the beginning. Recognize it is not freaking about you. It's not about you. Your business is not about you. You want to love your business. Of course, you want to be proud of your business and you want to show it off and you want to feel confident putting yourself out there. But at the end of the day, it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with your clients and how you can help them and how you can serve them. And if you don't put yourself out there, you can't do that. They can't find you. You can't help them. You can't change their world. You can't blow their mind, blow their pants off is what I usually say. You have to put yourself out there, right? So if you take nothing else away from this, my ramblings of today, it's not freaking about you. It's not about you. Get over your damn self and do it. Cool? Okay, so I am going to go eat some pork chops and sweet potatoes. My husband's actually cooking dinner, y'all. He doesn't cook, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. You can't screw up a pork chop too bad, right? I don't know. Maybe you can. We'll find out. I'll let you know how it goes. All right. Everyone have a great Thirsty Thursday. Hopefully I wasn't like drinking all alone. Was anyone drinking with me? I don't know. Okay. I was talking to someone. I did a training in Tanya Shingler. She did a Spotlight Sunday a while ago, but she's in South Africa. So I did a training in her group yesterday. It was super, super fun. But she was like, I can never watch Thirsty Thursday because it's in the middle of the night in South Africa. So I've been trying to do some in the morning also, but then I don't want to drink in the morning usually, depending on where I am, I guess. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of awkward, but you're having a Ron Cola. Thanks, Brooke. It just boils everything. Okay, cool. I'm so glad you guys are still here and watching. Yay. Cool. Anyone watching the replay later, I know a lot of people watch the replays on these. Let me know that you're here too, okay? Just, I can see like how many views the replays have and then nobody's commenting. I'm like, okay, maybe I just suck and everyone hates me. Just kidding. But for real, let me know that you're watching it. Let me know if you have any aha moments or takeaways, or if you're like, psh, I can just do affirmations. You're an idiot. Whatever it is. I want to hear from you, okay? I love talking to you and engaging with you and not feeling like I'm talking to myself. So Christy, Crystal, Tammy, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. All right. Adios. Everyone have a great night. I will see you soon.